one of the things Spee-Dee does best is we understand that there is such a huge range in the types of products that the nutraceutical industry runs. It goes from basic products that run well on standard tooling to products that fluidize. So we I think understand that there's not one set solution for nutraceutical powders. And then also you have to be concerned with the size of your hopper, how fast you're trying to run, how you're filling products. So I just think we have a broad knowledge of the things you need to do to be successful in running nutraceutical products. I would say the biggest challenge for the nutraceutical customers are the ranges in the types of flow characteristics their products have. One instance would be you can take a vanilla whey powder and it'll run fine. You add cocoa and turn it into a chocolate whey powder, the flow characteristics are entirely different. It's partly where our vacuum tooling would come into play. For some reason, when you add cocoa powder to whey protein, it makes it run like water. And what our vacuum tooling does is at the end of the fill cycle, we can pull air out so we can suspend it. We can do two-stage vacuum for larger fills where we're drawing slight vacuum to keep it under control and then go to a higher vacuum at the end of the fill to stop it from dripping. We also have positive cutoff devices outside of the vacuum tooling where we can stop the drip. The products can be relatively dusty. We can add vacuum to do dust control on the container. So there's a variety of things we have available, and we do a case by case on what the whole project looks like and work out a solution for them. When you get a product that we're not familiar with, that's when we can do product testing. A lot of the times the accuracy is going to be related to a non-free flowing product. So there's a huge range for how cohesive they are. In the auger industry, there's usually a small overflight and a large overflight, and we look at product testing to determine what we need to do. But typically, you're looking at what amount of overflight is required. We can customize overflight. We can extend the augers. We can do things with high-speed agitators. Sometimes an accuracy problem is because of how well the product stops at the end of the fill. We get drip issues, so there's things to do restriction. We have multiple kinds of shutoff valves based on the type of product, how much room we have, whether it's inside of a vertical bagger or a container we're looking at. So there's just lots of options available in our overflights, tooling size. We can customize things, but that's where the test lab comes in, where if you have a difficult product that have a hard time filling it with an accurate weight, we can look at different ways to do a better job at it for you. A lot of nutraceutical companies today want a high hygiene answer. We have a high hygiene filler. We can make it as a 3/8 dairy filler and get certified if you want, but we can also make that without the certification. So we have a very cleanable machine. We use tri-clover connections for your auger funnel. We can do different connection systems to your infeed. We have split hopper options. Most auger fillers require 4 bolts to hold the hopper cover up to the head. We've gone away from that. We've come up with a design where we have a ring with 4 welded studs on it that go up through a custom part, and we no longer have those 4 bolts in the hopper. So I think the fact that we're trying to reduce the hardware in the hopper, even on our standard filler, is important. And we have what's called the High-hygiene machine, which has removable hopper gasket for easy cleaning. That's all radius surfaces, so you don't have hard places to get into. So it just makes it so it's much easier to clean when you're going from one product to the next. So if you have a lot of changeovers, we have the split hopper where you can take the tooling out and open the door. It gives you easy access for cleaning. Well, on our rotary filler, the changeovers are all toolless. The funnels on the rotary that the product runs into from the top are all held on by magnets, so they pop right off. They do have a pin to locate them. Once they're off, there's a container adapter that is used to go from the different containers, whether it's a different height or a different opening. And there's the bellows that comes off relatively easy, so you can change the container adapter. And even when you get to the top, there's 3 segments that are all toolless removable. They come off or clean. cleaning. And then on the, what we call the change parts below that do all the container handling, all of that stuff is, most parts have a single release knob and you can pull it free. So it's a very easy, quick machine to take apart. Even the timing screws have a single lever that pops up and it allows you to pull out the timing screws, so the whole machine is all toolless for a changeover. We have kind of a motto at Spee-Dee that we don't ever give up. The last thing we're ever going to want to do is have a customer get a piece of equipment that doesn't do what their expectation is. But we use the whole team mentality. We get all on board. What do we got to do to fix this? We have a lot of different options available to help people today. And we're always willing to go the extra mile to make the customer happy.